This question will be part of a double passage, and as you can see, I've given you far less than a double passage. But it goes to the point that we don't necessarily need all the context for everything. If we focus on the answer choices, a lot of the times we can come to the right conclusion just with the very limited information that they tell us to look at in the lines. So I should still read a sentence before and after, but it's clear here he's asking some questions. Who resists it? Who resists the decision? So why would he do that? What could possibly be the reason? Let's look at the choices and try to use them to determine what's going on rather than try to make our own guesses. So in choice A, express skepticism about the court's methods. Well, maybe he's skeptical because he's asking questions, but what's he asking questions about? He's not asking about the court's methods. He's talking about resisting a decision that the court made. There's nothing about how the court came to that decision. That does not seem to be the topic of his question, so that is just wrong. B, indicate Lincoln's uncertainty. This is a classic trap. They know that when you see a question, you assume someone doesn't know the answer, and so that's why they're asking the question. But the key point is these are rhetorical questions, which is a device that people use to make an argument. So this is not, Lincoln is not confused about what's going on here. He knows exactly what he means. He knows exactly what he's doing. He's using this to make his point. So he's not confused about anything. C, undermine Douglas's central argument. Well, if we had the double passage, we would probably know what Douglas's central argument is, and it does say in the little blurb that this is about Douglas, so this seems like a good candidate. But let's look at D, ask the audience to protest the court's decision. Doesn't sound like he's asking the audience to do anything. He's kind of, in fact, maybe implying that nobody is or ought to protest the court's decision. So this one's way too specific, and C matches with just like the way that double passages tend to work. There's usually some people arguing about something, and so what is Lincoln doing? Well, he's responding to Douglas, probably saying why Douglas is wrong. So this is a perfectly logical choice even without the context, but we can see that the answer choices give us specific things to look for in the lines, and when we don't find them, it's usually not because we're confused or about what we're reading, it's usually because the thing we're supposed to be looking for isn't there. Trust that. Trust that if you can't find it, it's not there, and the answer is probably wrong.